It's Ramon, Kayla, and Will, powered by All Four Seasons Garage Doors right here on 104.5 The Zone. Back with you live from Mobile, Alabama for the 2023 Reese's Senior Bowl. Alongside Ramon Foster and Kayla Anderson, I'm Will Bowling, and we are pleased to be joined by a Vol for Life, Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker, spending some time with us this morning. What's going on, Hendon? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're good. And first of all, for the show with a VFL and a guy who played in the NFL and played for Tennessee, we want to thank you for your service to us Tennessee fans for giving us a pretty fun year this past year.
Yeah, we had a blast doing it. Every day was special to us. So just the same approach every day, trying to come in with a positive mindset to go out and dominate on Saturdays.
Man, you'll see with the job in NFL, you don't have time for certain stuff like going to college games. I'm just now getting into this world. Mm-hmm. Y'all made it fun, man. I don't think I've ever in my life had a blast the way I did. Even last year, just all around, I was like, okay, I see why people enjoy college football. Like, that's all. Dude, I told you a second ago, I was like, just during my playing days, I needed you then, okay? Because I played with guys from Florida, from Georgia, from LSU, and that customary $100 bet, man, got old when you got four of them dudes on the team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I appreciate you, man. I talked a whole lot of trash just
yes,
so
sir.
you know.
Yeah, just for y'all, just for the VFL.
No doubt. Thank you.
What was it like this year taking down Alabama right there at Neyland Stadium and just watching the fans flood the field? Like, what was that moment like? Will it forever be one of the top moments probably for you in your college career?
That was the first time I was actually on the positive side of rushing the field. So that was a treat. I tried not to get trampled. So I ran out to the middle of the field for 5 seconds. I realized how fast the stadium was getting flooded, and I just ran to the locker room and celebrated with my teammates and my family in there. So it was a surreal moment. We approached that week as pros and as vets in this field of business, and we came out on top.
Well, Hendon, I remember talking to you at SEC Media Days in Atlanta, and a lot of the talk then was, who is that team right behind Georgia and Alabama, right? Who's that other special team in the SEC? When did you know that this team was capable of what it did this past season, that you could win 10 games and beat Alabama?
After our first player-led skills and drills, I remember getting on the phone with my mother and father and just telling them how special we were going to be this past year. Just the work and the encouragement that we got from Coach Heupel and the rest of the coaches. I remember Coach Hype telling everyone, we got some extra gear for y'all to come in and get extra work. So, all throughout the summer, I saw a lot of young guys in there catching jugs or going up and watching film with the GAs or their position coaches. So everyone was just hungry to get better. And after that first skills and drills, I saw how hard we competed and how special we were, not just on offense but on defense as well. We still toasted them every day, but
small flex, right? Yeah, I'm here for that.
Yeah, but I saw how special we were and how competitive we were, and I was eager to get out there on game day.
How big was that relationship with you and Coach Heupel? Because it just seemed like it worked.
Yeah, that's my right hand man. Love him to death. Every day we would come in when he first got there. He would always look at me and say, come on, man, smile. Like, smile, have fun. I'd be so serious. And he'd be like, smile, have fun, relax, play your game. I want you to go out there and have fun. And that's what he encourages all of us to do. So just having that confidence from him boosted my confidence, and then just encouraged me to put confidence into my teammates as well.
One sector, of course, I'm the resident O-line guy, okay?
O-line rules.
See, I didn't pay for that, okay? Now I can actually pay the kid.
That wasn't an NIL deal.
That wasn't even an NIL deal.
He got a lot of gifts in the NFL from the quarterback.
Hey, Christmas is good, okay? But with that being said, you said, you guys got better. That group got better, man. You have one of your fellow O-linemen down here right now, Darnell. We'll see if we can get him in a little bit too. But what about that growth from him, Jerome, Young May? Yeah. I mean, say what you want to, and I've only saw you had to get onto him, I think, like once in a game, okay?
Once.
Those moments, they responded. What was it like for you to actually have that protection in that group?
That was extremely special. Our bond was extremely special. I remember going out to eat with them multiple times throughout the season. They ran my pockets dry a couple times. But it's worth it. It's worth it, though, because those are my guys. Go to war for them. 100 times out of 100.
Yeah.
And they do the same for me. I remember the only one time that you're talking about, Darnell Darnell got mad at me because he thought I gave up a sack and messed up his PFF game for the week against Kentucky because I was trying to make a play. He was like, "I'm mad at you, bro." I'm like, "Man, I'm sorry, man." So
he's got a streak going. He hasn't allowed a sack in 19 games.
Yeah, so they didn't give him that sack. They just So they just
small victories,
small
man.
victories.
I'm telling you, we don't have a stat line.
Right. So I gotta show my guys love. We're supposed to have some T-shirts coming out here. The security, so front door security, back door security. So those are my guys, and I love them. I love them to death.
I see real quick too. You're bending your knee.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting like us right now. One, how upset were you? The next day, I think they start stretching on that knee from surgery. But like, how's the process of healing been for you?
Yeah, the process of healing has been great. I remember my first day out of surgery, I was bending at 60%.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it didn't used to be like that, man. You have to like wait a week. Now they bend early.
Yeah, so I started my rehab the day after my surgery.
Yeah.
And then being able to finally, I got to start bending it like this right here after 2 weeks. And, being able to really walk around and be off my brace and off those crutches. My forearms aren't burning everywhere I go. So being able to just do the things that I do on a daily basis and work out total body, not just my upper body, not just my right leg, and not doing, tabletop workouts is what I call them, in the training room. So actually being able to move and move around like I want to in the weight room, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Hendon Hooker with us this morning on Ramon, Kayla, and Will. Do you have any goals set for yourself for a pro day, for your recovery this offseason? What do you want to be able to do to kind of show teams that you're ready to go this year?
Yeah, I just want to take it one day at a time. Continue to work my butt off on a daily basis, have a positive attitude about things, and continue to build my mental as well. So showing off my attributes away from the physical side is what I want to do, and those are the goals that I've set for myself.
And that's kind of different here this week because you're not able to be out there on the field when coaches and scouts are watching these guys practice, but you are in a lot of meetings. You are meeting with a lot of teams. What's that been like, and are you comfortable now with just kind of just being yourself and letting them see the real Hendon Hooker? That's kind of what they want here, right?
Yeah, it is, and I don't know how to be anyone else.
That's good,
so,
right?
Just me being myself and talking ball. It's been a blast. It's been a blast. I work out with Clayton Toon and Max Duggan out in San Clemente, California.
We talked to Max earlier.
So I'm with those knuckleheads on a daily basis, and we have a good time out there with Will Levis as well and Dorian Thompson-Robinson that's at UCLA. But being able to go in the meetings and talk ball and being able to communicate with those guys on the field, I'm standing in their ear hole trying to get the play call.
I bet you are.
From Coach London. He's talking to the mic, and I'm standing in their ear hole. Okay, make sure my read's here, just protection. So, still doing taking the same mental reps off the field as if I was going into play.
What was you'll find out for sure. At the next level, every quarterback wants that number one, and that's receiver. I feel like you had a plethora of just guys in general, like Brew. I mean, just name them. But Jalen, because he was deemed the best receiver in the world.
Best receiver in the world.
Okay, what was it like with him, knowing that, you know what, put it in the air?
It was. I don't know. I don't want to say inevitable, but it was going to happen regardless. He was committed to Virginia Tech at one point. I remember him coming on his official visit, and he was sitting in my living room. And we're sitting there just talking about basketball, and we found out we played at the same AAU organization. He's just years younger than me. And we knew the same people. My people are his people.
Wow.
So that connection has just been there for a long time off the field. My first weekend at Tennessee, Jay Hyde asked me to go throw. It was me, him, Walker Merrill, and Jalen Wright. And I was throwing to those guys, and Hyde was like, I got to see if you can overthrow me, man. If you can overthrow me, then you can play quarterback here. So I was bombing him over his head on purpose every time. I wasn't even trying to hit him in stride or anything.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, because we had a little bet, not really a bet in agreement. What will his 40 time be, you think? 4.3, hitting 4.2?
He said that he got something special for me. So if he said he got something special, then I'm expecting 4.2.
That's what I said.
But I know he's going to run a great time, and he's going to have fun. He's going to show off his ability. He got that long hair, so his hair is going to be in the wind.
Got to get more aerodynamic.
Yeah, so I'm excited for him, and I'm excited for all my teammates to go and show out at the Combine, put on for the VFLs.
Go ahead.
Like, that was the thing, too. I know you're probably more of a passer than thrower. I mean, passer than runner.
Yes, sir.
But you have speed.
Yes, sir, yeah.
That's always been the case. It's like, let you sit and let it develop?
I haven't always had speed. I actually, in high school, was a pro-style quarterback. And when I got to college, I don't know, some speed came from somewhere.
The heavens above, right?
Yeah, right. I got blessed with some speed.
Yeah.
And then in 2020, I actually, during the COVID era, I got to actually work with my speed coach. So that was probably the fastest I had been in college. And I, at one point, was leading the nation in rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then Malik Willis went on to lead with 11. I finished with 9. But I was trying to break Bruce Arians' touchdown record in a single season, which was 9. So
how about B.A. coached me, man?
Oh,
he was my offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh. I didn't realize B.A. actually played football.
Yeah.
I had no idea because he just mean as hell, man. I'm like, B.A., why are you like this? I didn't realize he was a football player.
Well, Hendon's like, oh, man, I'm so much older than Hyatt, And it's funny because, like, in football years, we're talking 24, 25. There's a lot of guys here that have, because of the COVID situation, because of just how the NFL has changed a little with NIL, or college, I should say. 25, they want to say that's older, but there's so many benefits to that, right? I mean, you're coming in more mature. I think teams are starting to see that a little bit. Does that come up at all in conversation with just the leadership aspect of things? No
one has really pointed out my age or anything, but they definitely ask me, what are some of the ways that I lead? What type of leader am I? And it's a unique way. I want to connect with everyone on the team, be able to communicate in our own special way, have an off-the-field relationship first, and then transition to that football side. I remember getting to Tennessee, and everyone was like, well, the only football we watch is on CBS at 3:30.
Yeah, right.
So,
right.
I mean, you have nice highlights, bro, but you're playing the ACC. I'm like, okay. So I led from, winter workouts and just kind of made connections, didn't really say too much, just but brought great energy. And when we were having sprints and stuff, I was very competitive, trying to push guys. And then when we got to spring ball, I made a couple linebackers, I broke their ankles, and then they came back to the locker room and was like, okay, you can play ball. You can play ball.
Well, Hendon, of course, the new leader now is your guy, Joe Milton.
Yes, sir.
How fun was it to watch him have the day that he did near his hometown in Miami down there for the Orange Bowl? How excited are you for him to step up and be the franchise quarterback of Tennessee?
Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps right now because I'm excited to watch my man Joe throw that thing around. I told him I'm coming to the spring game in a Joe Milton jersey, and he better autograph it or we're going to have some problems. But I'm excited for him. I'm excited for his supporting cast. He got some wideouts coming in, and we got some weapons coming in also from the transfer portal. Also some freshmen. So little Nico is going to learn a lot from Joe, and I'm excited to see him, take the reins when Joe's gone after next year.
And Joey Halsley has talked about Nico and has said, look, this kid's highly touted. He's a 5-star, just a normal kid at the same time. How impressed have you been with his ability to kind of get things up to speed pretty quickly, and how jealous are you of him being able to go right to practice as an early enrollee?
Yeah. That's I wish I could have done that. I kind of decided to leave high school early, late in the process. So like a week out of Virginia Tech and rolling into classes, that's when I decided that I was going to go early. But Nico's special kid. I'm excited for his journey and his growth. Coming in and replacing that second quarterback spot is a big step, for a freshman. It's also a blessing. So to be able to get those reps in practice and be able to come in, I'm expecting Joe to throw some bombs early and get Nico in there in a couple games. So I'm excited to see his development.
My final question for you, and we got a guy right here, another Vol. I mean, how important is it for you guys now to continue to build this legend of Tennessee and bring it back to the top by putting guys in the NFL? I mean, I know that's Heupel's thing. You guys want to represent, right? Yeah,
that's right. Just being a VFL and trying to represent everyone who came before us and everyone who's going to come after us. Making sure that we set that standard, that we're hard hat guys. We come in and we want to work and compete and make our mark on any team that we're on.
Real quick before we let you go, I know you told us off air you have met with the Titans, met with the new GM Rand Carthon. Who else have you been talking to here? What have those conversations been like? And I guess what was your impression of the new Titans GM? Too?
Yeah, it's been a gauntlet of teams for sure. You meet with everyone, and I just have a blast talking ball. And then meeting with the Titans was really cool. Kind of a surreal moment for sure, because that was the first team that I talked to in the interview process. So being able to just sit down with the head man and talk ball, it's been a blast. It's been a blast.
Well, Hendon, this has been awesome, man. Continued health and success for you. Thanks so much for joining us. And again, from a Tennessee fan, thank you for a great season for us Vol fans.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks, Hendon.
Thank you.
All right, there's Hendon Hooker with us this morning on Ramon, Kayla, and Will, as we're going to go from one VFL straight to another here and talk with Darnell Wright coming up, as Ramon's going to join us here at the table again. And I'll see if we can get him just set up right here real quick.
Good, Hendon.
All right. So we've got a lot of orange hanging out with